Deuteronomy 7, a chosen and holy people. Moses told Israel that when the Lord brought them into the land they were about to enter, he would drive out many nations before them: the Hittites, the Girgashites, the Amorites, the Canaanites, the Perizzites, the Hivites, and the Jebusites, 7 nations greater and stronger than Israel. The Lord would deliver these nations into Israel's hands, and Israel was to defeat them completely. They were not to make treaties with them, show them mercy, or join themselves to them by marriage, because those nations would turn Israel's hearts away from the Lord. Instead, Israel was to remove the influence of their false worship by tearing down their altars, breaking their sacred pillars, cutting down their Asherah poles, and burning their carved images. Moses reminded Israel that they were a people set apart for the Lord. Out of all the nations on the earth, the Lord had chosen Israel to belong to him as his treasured possession. The Lord did not choose them because they were numerous or powerful. They were actually the smallest of all peoples. But because the Lord loved them and kept the promise he swore to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Because of that promise, the Lord brought Israel out of Egypt with a mighty hand and redeemed them from slavery under Pharaoh, king of Egypt. Moses said that Israel should know that the Lord their God is faithful. He keeps his covenant and steadfast love with those who love him and obey his commands, but he also repays those who oppose him. Therefore Israel was not to be afraid of the nations before them. The Lord their God, who did great signs in Egypt, would go before them. He would send fear among their enemies, confusion among their kings, and would drive them out little by little so the land would not become empty or overrun by wild animals. The Lord would deliver their kings into Israel's hands and remove their names from under heaven. No one would be able to stand against Israel until they were destroyed. Israel was not to bring the carved images of those nations into their houses, or desire the silver or gold on them, because those things were detestable to the Lord. They were to remove them completely, because Israel was to remain holy to the Lord. Next comes Deuteronomy 8, where Moses reminds Israel how the Lord led them through the wilderness to humble them, test them, and teach them to depend on him.